Exponents are a shortcut way, to write repeated multiplication of the same number. Let me show you an example. If you had a problem that said 9 times 9, you see that we have the same number repeated using multiplication. We can use a form of exponents to write this in a shortcut way. What we need is to identify our base and exponent. The base in this problem is the number that's being multiplied. So the base is the 9. The exponent tells us how many times we're repeating that same number. In this case, we have a 9 2 times. So we have 9 to the second power. The base is the number that's being multiplied. So since we had 9 times 9, our base is the 9. The exponent then tells how many times. All you have to do is count how many 9s you have. In another example, if we were to take 3 to the 4th power, we know that our base is the number being multiplied. The base is the 3. So we have 3 times. We just need to figure out how many 3's we're going to have in this list. 4 is my exponent. The exponent tells me how many times to write down a 3. So I'm going to start with a 3, and I'm going to write down multiplication until I see 4 3s. This shortcut way of multiplication does not change our answer. We still have a multiplication problem here to find an answer to. 3 to the 4th power is the same thing as 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. We can solve this problem working left to right and doing the multiplication. 3 times 3 is 9. Taking that 9 times the next 3 gives us 27, times the last 3 tells me that the value of this is 81. Let's take a second to look at common mistakes made with exponents. If you have a problem like 2 to the 3rd power, and you keep in mind the base on bottom and the exponent on top, the base is the 2. That tells me the number that's being multiplied, 2 times. I just have to figure out how many 2's to write. So I look up at the exponent, and I see that that number is a 3. So I need to write down 3 of those 2's. We're going to evaluate this to find the value working left to right. 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. So whether I write 2 to the 3rd power, or I write 2 times 2 times 2, they both have the same value of 8. Now I said this kind of problem is where some people make a very common mistake. So be very careful when you see something like 2 to the 3rd power. The mistake that people make is they remember that exponents have something to do with multiplication, so they say, well, I'll take 2 times 3 and get 6. Taking the base times the exponent is not the same, because 2 times 3 does not equal the 8 that we just found 2 to the 3rd power to be. So remember, when you see an exponent, it's a shortcut way to write repeated multiplication. Identify what your base is and what your exponent is. And remember that we never multiply the base times the exponent, which is a very common mistake.